Underneath the hood of the Escalade, there are two different engine choices that are available. So they're technically the same 6.2 liter V8 engine. It's just that when you get into the V series, it's supercharged. But inside of every other model, you're looking at the 6.2 liter V8 that pushes out 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. So, gotta get myself back up to highway speed here. We'll go in 3, 2, and 100. And like, this is the thing, this isn't even the supercharged version of the ride. So the supercharged version, it gives you 50% more power in comparison to this. The engine, the performance inside of this thing is absurdly good. And that growl, that 6.2 liter V8 growl, that's not something you're going to get in other engines. Because, I mean, obviously, if you're looking at an Escalade, the one car you're probably going to compare it to is going to be the Lincoln Navigator. And don't get me wrong, that Lincoln Navigator engine, 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6, is going to be more fuel efficient than the Cadillac, than the Escalade here. But I mean, the growl that you get inside of this ride is so good. So if power's your thing, go for the V series, but you are paying a premium price to get it. And then underneath the hood here, if you're changing oil yourself, you could kind of easily do it. And then you can top up your wiper fluid along the right-hand side. And looking at the warranty inside of the Cadillac world, it's pretty solid. Your basic is 3 years, powertrain is 6 years, and then there's 4 years of included maintenance when you do purchase your vehicle. So that's just one of the added benefits of being a Caddy owner. Take it in for regularly scheduled maintenance, regular service. These cars should last you. Damn, is it a fun drive too. The front end lights inside of the Escalade look so good. And when you start it up at nighttime, seeing that light dance that's available, oh, there's just something about it that works. Nice. So there are obviously LED lamps inside of this ride, and then so much technology you're going to find too. So there's the forward park sensing system along with a front-facing camera. So there is a full 360 view available inside of this ride. And the camera quality that you get inside of the Escalade, like a lot of other Cadillac vehicles, is excellent. But this one is spec'd out slightly different. So it's got 24-inch wheels that are available optionally, but it's metallic. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does look nice, but the Sport model, I think, should have the blacked out wheels because you could get 22s or 24s that are dark. The 22s in the Sport are dark, so I'm not crazy about the look here. The black on black, I think, would just look a little bit more aggressive. If you want something a little bit different, there is the option for a Brembo brake package inside of this, which gives you a painted red caliper, which looks pretty nice. Looking at the drivetrain inside of the Escalade, you'll find it rear-wheel drive standard in the States. There's four-wheel drive and then all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is going to be in the V series, but if you want a good explanation of the differences in drivetrains, Engineering Explained has an excellent video explaining them all. So I'll link that down in the description. But let's do... it's obviously... I don't want to push it too much, but that's nice. Oh, that handles like a cloud. Man, just over some. Yeah, even here. All right, 180 here. Ooh. Okay, that's surprising. I thought I was going to have to three-pointer that for sure, but hold on. The growl. The rear end styling of the Escalade is solid. I love the LED lamps that you get inside of this. The choreographed dance in the back looks really nice. Love it. And then feature-wise back here, so technology, you've got the reverse park sensing system. There's a dual backup camera. On top of that, you've got the rear wiper. There's a camera washer, but there's also the option for utilizing one of those cameras in order to have a fully digital rear view mirror. Towing inside of the Escalade is possible. You're maxing out at 8,100 pounds when you go for the option directly from the factory. Overall capacity is going to depend on which drivetrain that you're in, and even comes down to your wheel choice, because if you go for the 24s, slightly has a negative impact on your overall towing capacity. And then actually opening up the liftgate can be done a couple different ways. So on the first row, next to the sunroof controls, there's a button there that you can push and hold in order to open this up. You can use the key fob to do it. You can take that big Cadillac badge in the back and push. And then there's also the option for a hands-free liftgate. So as long as you've got the key fob on you, just walk up towards the back end. You can hit the lock button to pause that process, but I love hand-free liftgates. They're fantastic. Then, feature-wise in the back, you've got this big speaker off to the left-hand side. Off to the right, same thing with a traditional wall plug. And then there are some releases for the second and third row seats, which I'll touch on in a second. There's a little storage tray back here, and lifting that up, you've got a teeny little storage area. And then you've also got the option for lifting that storage tray out, but there's nothing exciting underneath. Now, if you ever pop a tire, puncture a tire, the spare is located just underneath, so you could try to change it yourself. But one of the nice things about being a Cadillac owner is that you also have access to roadside assistance. So they can help out with tire changing, fuel delivery, lockout, winching services, and so many other things. So you could do it yourself, but you can also call in order to get somebody to do it for you too. And then folding down the seats. 60-40 bench in the third row. So along the side here, you can fold down the left or the right independently. So you're just going to push and hold. Down it goes. And that's the same thing for the second row. So you could technically lower the seats down from here, but if you don't need to get into the trunk area whatsoever, you can easily do it using that second row lever along the side of the seat. But to fold it down from the back, all you're going to do is double push, holding on the second to drop down. And I mean, that is a nice flat fold. There's a great amount of space inside of this ride. And then the cargo measurements that you're looking at, the ones behind the first row go from right where that trunk door would close to just in behind the little console armrest between the first row seats. So if the driver's seat, passenger seat were forwards or backwards, you'd gain or lose a little bit of extra space. And this also is the shorty. So if you have the extended length, you're also going to get a little bit of extra space in the back, actually about a foot or so, which is pretty solid. Then lifting the seats up. The second row seat, it is going to be manual to lift it back up again. So hopping into that second row, you're just going to grab the seat. Oh, and it just glides back up like a cloud. Love it. And then the third row seats are going to be a power up. All you're going to do is push and hold that button to raise it back up again. And you have to keep on pushing and holding because if you let go, it's going to pause part way. And then all you have to worry about, popping that headrest up. Filling up fuel inside of the Escalade is done just along the driver's side. When the SUV is locked, the fuel door is also locked. So you just have to unlock in order to gain access. And it's a capless system that has anti-siphon technology built in. When you look at the fuel quality inside of the ride, the minimum manufacturer's recommendation versus the requirement inside of this are two separate things. So the minimum required fuel is an 87. The minimum recommended fuel is a premium 91. So do you need to use a premium fuel inside of the regular 6.2 liter V8? No, 87 is fine. But if you want the best possible performance and the best life for that engine, you're ideally using a 91 octane or higher if you can. I get it. Prices are a little bit crazy right now. They've at least come down, which is nice. So could you get away with using an 87 on the regular? Technically, yes. If you've got the V Series, go for that at least 91 for sure. If you're on a budget, I don't know why you'd be buying an Escalade anyways, but you could get away with using an 87 if you're in a pinch. So best possible performance is at least a 91. Minimum requirement is at least an 87. But do yourself a favor, at least hit that 89, but you'd be fine with a 91. That's where you get the best possible performance. If you're towing, you absolutely want to go for that higher octane fuel. The Escalade features power folding side view mirrors that can be locked out if you'd like to permanently. They've got turn signals built in. There's a camera there. They're heated, auto dimming, and they also have a blind spot system. So if somebody enters the blind spot on either side, it's going to let you know. And one crazy thing about the doors, so you just do a light tap in the back to open. Opens them up. Power deployable running boards that you can lock down into place. Style-wise, you've got this nice wood grain with a metallic highlight. You'll find driver's seat memory, basic controls to your side view, your windows, and then you've got a nice galvanized metallic handle. with some storage down low. There is only a single speaker choice you're going to find inside of this ride. It's a 19 speaker AKG and it sounds amazing. Got this Cadillac scuff plate, and then basic controls here for the seats with the option of adjusting the seat multiple ways, including massage chair seat capabilities. All right, then you can shut the door a few different ways too. So if you look here, swipe to close. That's absurd. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Okay, so the seat's as far down as it's going to go too. And look at this. What's that? 5-6 inches at least of headspace. That is even more, like probably 6+ inches of headspace. I'm 6 feet tall for comparison's sake. That's ridiculous. Super comfortable too inside of this ride. Oh, that's nice. And then, I love the finish there. Speakers built right in to the headrest cushions too. Oh, I love it. Get that seat set back up again. There we go. Okay. Now, while this is loading up here, if you want walkthroughs, like you want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, use the different types of cruise control, navigate through the cluster, the head-up display, the infotainment, or the lower screen there, you'll find full walkthroughs down in the description of this video. But there's so much about this ride. It's got paddle shifters. So you've got your plus on the right-hand side, minus on the left. So if you wanted to drop gears to shoot up your RPMs in order to be able to pass somebody easier, that's available. You can rely on engine braking, but there's also a dedicated low gear. And then you've got a series of different controls here. So you've got your auto mode, so the vehicle figures out if you're in 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. You can change up your individual drive mode here too. Sport is the best possible performance, and then different modes. You can create your own custom mode too. Love it. There's a head-up display inside of the ride that if you've got navigation going, it's going to show your turn-by-turn directions there. You've got your shifter that's based off the column here, so up for reverse, but you've got a full 360 camera. So forwards, backwards there if you'd like. You can do an overhead view if you are going to be towing. You've got a hitch view there on top of that. It's good. And then the infotainment systems, I'm going to call it systems because you've got your main infotainment system here. You've got wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay that are backwards compatible using a USB cable if you'd like. You can download additional apps directly to the screen. You've got Spotify, Amazon Music. It is a fully loaded system. There's ambient light you're going to find inside of the ride too. And one thing that I like about it, you've got your modes where you can link it to a drive mode. So as you move between all of your different drive modes here, it's going to change up the color. So when you get into that sport mode, it's going to go red and it looks so aggressive. For media, you've got AM, FM, Sirius XM, so many options. There's a glove box there. It doesn't have a button on it. So you're doing it through the main infotainment system there. And then this lower screen has different controls. So you've got your climate controls, your seat controls, heated steering wheel, heated ventilated first row seats, all of your basic climate settings there. You can adjust your different fan options, change things out there. I mentioned massage chair seats inside of the ride. So you want, oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. So you've got that for the driver and for the passenger side. Oh, that's nice. You've got other controls here too for doors, windows, etc. Your power assist steps. There are so many options inside of this dual setups. Like I said, full walkthrough. You'll find that down below. You've got power points all over the place. There's a wireless charge pad. You can move through the infotainment system using your finger, but you can also utilize this in order to move through the system too. So neat. It's very, very useful when you're driving. But then you've also got the option of using your voice to control different things inside of the vehicle too. Change the fan speed to 2. Oh, it's already at 2.
Changing the fan speed to 2.
Hold on, it's already at 2. I just noticed that. Change the fan speed to 1.
Got it. Changing the fan speed to 1.
That's what I was hoping for. So you can adjust the climate using your voice. You'd be able to navigate using your voice. You can control so many different elements of the vehicle using your voice. We've got the option for your 4-way blinkers, auto hold with your climate settings there too. You've also got some storage there, cup holders down low. Oh, you've got a little bit of storage there, like that. Inside, it's a non-lockable armrest, but there is a good amount of space inside of this box. Fully removable tray, just in case things get messy. You've got 2 USB data ports too, so USB-C, USB Type-A. So if you wanted to hook up a USB stick, you could. On top of that, you can use that for wired Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You've got a 12-volt power point there. Oh, this is wild. Oh, I love this. And then the side. So this essentially can be used as a full infotainment system for media. So you can hook up over HDMI if you want to. You could stream media directly through this passenger side screen. So if you've got somebody sitting in the passenger seat, you can connect headphones. You can have the audio going through the cabin too. And then even when you're driving, so you can't kind of look over. So it does use some screen dimming technology so the driver can't become distracted. Or just toggle the screen off completely. Oh, that's nice though. Oh, that's nice. And yeah, like I said, 19 speaker system where the speakers are absolutely everywhere. Oh, that's wild. You've got an auto-dimming rear view mirror that also features fully digital rear view. You can adjust the brightness. You can zoom in, out. You can move this up or down or flip back to your old school view there. Overhead, you've got some basics there. So your OnStar mode, SOS mode. You've got your control here too for this full panoramic sunroof. Love it. And then from there, you've got other controls. So you could just do a little tilt or full slide. And I mean, that just opens things up. So look at how beautiful that is. Oh, that's nice. And then yeah, single button press. Yeah, it opens it up all the way. And then just a single press to close. From there, you can even control, look at this, yeah, the third row seats from the inside. So cool. You've got controls for your lights there too, and then control for your liftgate. So you could actually toggle the liftgate off completely from the inside. Wild. Oh, wild. From there, you've got a suede headliner here, ticket receipt holder on the outside. On the inside, vanity mirror, hello, with lights built in. And then this little feller stretches out to block all of the sun that's hitting your face. But this thing is an absolute beast. You feel great driving it. Visibility wise, I don't think you're gonna run into an issue there. I didn't when I was driving, and you've got your blind spot system there too. With your Super Cruise hands-free, just goes together so nicely. Like lamb and tuna fish. It's good. All right, hold on. Let's get back to that second row. Get your integrated brake controller there and all other controls, but okay, let's see. Open for me. I love that. I think the one thing this is missing, so it doesn't have sunshades, but I mean tinted windows. You're covered off there. The same highlight you saw along the first row door. Unlock lock buttons with your handle there. Some storage. You've got a badge there. And then you've got passenger side entertainment units. Hold on. That's so cool. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I don't know why people in the second row would need to see this, but you can control different things here. So you could HDMI, HDMI 2. Like you've got so many options for video and audio inside of this, right? It's wild. Just the screen brightness, toggle the display off. Crazy. Down low, you've got the option of adjusting your climate back here too. That can be locked out through the system there. So if you don't want people fighting back here, you could. Heated second row seats on the outboard seats, obviously there. Cup holders built right in down there. And then a boatload of different power points there. So you've got 2 USB Type-C and then 2 individual HDMI ports. So if you wanted that screen and that screen watching something different, you'd have the flexibility to do it. And then you could hook up headphones to each individual screen there too. And whether you go this route or not, it is convenient, but then iPads or something else, you've got that option too. This is wild. Okay, now hold on. With the seat, oh, I love that. So you can use this to slide it forwards or backwards. All right, so with the seat set up this way, I want to leave some space for me in the third row, but I've got some knee space, a lot of foot space, and up overhead, not bad. I'm looking at 2-ish inches of headspace there. The seat's comfortable too. It's the one thing that I really like. The first row seat's comfortable. The second row seats are incredibly comfortable here too. Oh, that's nice. Up overhead, you've got so many controls there. So you've got your HVAC control. There's a light, a speaker, and then you've got this little feller. So it's the same setup here. So a little clothing hook with speaker, overhead light, HVAC control. And you've also got your assist handle there too. Now this is a benefit of having a pass-through to get to the third row. Easy enough. You've got anchor points there, tethers in behind both sets of seats too. Along the outside, you've got a USB power point, some cup holders there. And then seat-wise, so I've got the driver's seat set up for myself being 6 feet tall, this seat set up for myself being 6 feet, and then this one, I still have space. I've got a boatload of knee space, foot space, and I've got head space just. So with me sitting fully upright in the back here, my head is like just kind of touching. Like I might maybe like a quarter of an inch or half an inch of clearance space there. But I can fit, which is nice. And I could probably even comfortably fit. Ooh, it'd be tight for 3 full-size adults my size in the third row. Not impossible. People are just going to be shoulder to shoulder. But the middle seat is actually really nice. That's something that always gets neglected. The outboard seats are usually comfortable, which, I mean, the third row seats here are, but the middle seat in the third row is always the forgotten seat, except in this case. It's actually pretty nice. Oh, forgot that. No headrest. That's the only downside. Wild. Now your seatbelt is up there for that third row. You've got cabin control lights up overhead, HVAC controls. Mentioned there, you've got your power point. On top of that, there's an emergency release in the back here to fold. Oh, from there, and then to get out, you can just tap this button. Oh, is it not going to work now? Oh, no way. Oh, you just got to push and hold. Oh, and that's going to fold it? No way. No way, Jose. Am I stuck back here now? Well, this is going to happen. There we go. All right. You've got a great amount of space inside of this ride, and it is feature packed. This SUV is ridiculous. Overkill and a half for sure, but fun at the same time. Hold on, let's do some on-route handling here. Listen to that growl. Ooh, 6.2 liter V8 engine. Yeah. Handles well for a boat. Nice. Up to speed there was good. Comfort of the car is, well, SUV is definitely there. And full hands-free driving inside of this thing too, which, I mean, no complaints there at all. The vehicle does have active noise cancellation. And then as you get into some of the higher trims, it's a different type of active noise cancellation where it utilizes the speakers in order to essentially drown out the noise. And outside of a little bit of ambient road noise going highway speeds right now, you don't hear much at all. One thing that I'm actually really surprised about is when you're just cruising on the highway, how good your fuel economy can actually be. Especially if you're the type of driver where you're not gunning it all the time, but in stop and go traffic, I was averaging about 10.5 liters per 100 on the highway. I was able to get it down, I think, as low as 10.3, which is wild. And then if you look at the overall odometer, the trip counter on this one, so it hasn't been reset for a while, so it's a press car. So I have no idea how people are driving it, what they're driving, highways, interstates, city streets, etc. But it's averaged 14 liters per 100 for the last 3,000 kilometers, which for a vehicle this size, I think is pretty good at the same time. All right, let's hear that growl. That sounds so mean. I wasn't even in the sport mode there either, but oh, I love that growl. And that was a look at the Cadillac Escalade Sport Platinum. What you think? Overkill for sure, but it's a pretty nice car overall. I get why people really enjoy driving these things. But you can find all of the build details for this one down in the description with links off to Cadillac Canada and US. But if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone if you think they might find it helpful. And until I see you next time, take care. And technology-wise, you've got the reverse park sensing. No. No. Bugger. Pourquoi?